Presented by That Time I Got Reincarnated in the Same World as an Anime Podcaster, this is Shonen Jumping the Gun, the show where we set our sights on the first chapter of a manga and decide if it's a misfire or a bullseye.
Let's see how many rounds are in this magazine.
On today's episode, move over, Bambi. He is truly the king of the forest. This is Moriking. Welcome, everybody. This manga makes me feel like having an empty evening with Singing Thread, or should I say, Hollow Knight, Silksong, Moxidine, here with the king of the wild himself, Isekai Sensei Sama Brad. Am I watching an anime taking place in the summertime in Japan, or I guess also technically America?
I might have to
You have to put on your
pitch that up some.
You have to do that sound through the localizer, through the dubbing machine. And we are here with
I don't know.
That's just an alarm. We are here hopefully with the second episode of the Heaven and Hell arc as we move toward episode 100, which at the time of recording we haven't read them yet because they haven't come out, but got super messed up by a bunch of new Shonen Jump drops, so whatever. We'll talk about those more when they happen. But hopefully this is still the second one.
Make sure to stay tuned in the past.
Yes. So we are on, if this is done correctly, we've had a taste of hell with Bone Collection, and now we are on a taste of quote-unquote heaven with Moriking. Mm-hmm. Now, admittedly, like I said, all of these are flopped manga in Shonen Jump. We return to our roots of ones that people seem to really dislike and one that people seem to like. Obviously, they all got canceled within a certain amount of volumes, but today we are covering Moriking, roughly King of the Forest, Moriking. Why wouldn't they call it that here? I don't understand why wouldn't you call it that. That's so much more interesting. I want to talk to the human that decides the names of them. I have a conversation to have with them of curiosity.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that the localizers have some input on that.
Exactly. So why do they keep doing short forms or like... We could have gotten legit trash.
I wonder if we've done an anime podcaster speed date with a localizer yet.
If that happened by now. Who knows? Who knows how many new things?
No, it wouldn't happen by now.
Speaking of Weekly Shonen Jump, this ran in Weekly Shonen Jump from April 2020 to January 2021 for 35 chapters. So, right on that line. This was written and arted by Tomohiro Hasegawa, which I did not find anything else of note despite my diving for them. But of humans that I can find things, now that we're paying attention to this was localized by Paul Starr, who's also an editor. Things we might know him for is Me and Roboco, which, like, that's a hard local... Comedies are localizer. I think he's doing a really good job with some tough stuff.
It totally makes sense after reading this.
Yeah. Spice and Wolf, Sound Euphonium, and fitting to us, he edited Sweat and Soap. Also, weird side note, I think maybe I talked about this ages ago. There's a bunch of volumes of Sweat and Soap at my local library, and I feel very strange looking at them on a shelf.
There's a bunch of volumes of Sweat and Soap in my house.
That's true, but your house isn't a library.
Not for you. Actually, you would be one of the only people it would be a library for.
Correct. And the lettering was done by Annalise Christman. Annalise. Mm-hmm. I don't recognize either of these names. I have a feeling we wouldn't see Paul Starr because it seems like he's more of an editor than a localizer.
I'm pretty sure I've seen his name on other things before.
Me too. Maybe Me and Roboco, because it seemed familiar, but maybe there's somebody else that's blank Star with 2 R's that seems familiar. There's another Paul Starr that's not this one, but he does good work. I like him. And with that out of the way, we are getting to my patented Moxie's Mox Speed manga summary. And in a suburban Japanese home, we see excited younger brother and put upon older sister watch the hatching of a beetle when, with a flash of light, man? A naked man with abs, a rhinoceros beetle horn, and similar wings is standing in their room. Chapter 1, Emergence. 3 months earlier, we see older sister high school student Shoko Aikawa, talking to her elementary school younger brother, Shota Aikawa, about the new rhinoceros...
Shota, Jesus.
I know, Shota. About the new rhinoceros beetle pupa his dad just bought for him, which he's named Moriking, King of the Forest. Sister Shoko is disgusted as Shota explains that Mori will metamorphosize in the summer. Shota promises Mori that they're going to be a family no matter what. We also learn Shoko is desperate for a boyfriend. This will be a recurring gag. Cut back to now with the naked man and... It's a pervert, Shoko thinks. She's confused. Who's this guy? How'd he break in? And where's that bug? But then Shoto asks, Moriking? Shoko freaks out at this, but the strange man finally responds. So we finally meet Shoko, Shota. He introduces himself as Moriking, the beetle they raised, all grown up. Shoko can't believe this and jumps out the window as Shota dives into the man-bug's man's arms. She returns, her arm in a cast, from jumping out the window. That was one of my favorite gags, is that she jumps out the window and then she just instantly reappears a panel later with a cast on her arm, and they're like, she jumped out the window. She's kind of banged up right now, but it's funny. She's still freaking out. She does that a lot. She sees him then walk up a wall with ease to get tea on a high shelf. There's a lot of freaking out for comedy I won't write the specifics of.
That's like half the comedy in this.
Yeah. I think it works. We'll get into it more. I don't know. Moriking tells them he is the rhinoceros beetle who will become king of the forest. All the insect world heralded his birth that happens once every 100 million years. But to prove himself, he must go out into the world beyond. So his little larva form crawled forth, and some dudes picked him up and took him to the pet store, and the rest is history. I love it's like literally like a truck of pet shop people picking him up. It's like it was almost like it was like they were prepped for it. Shoko asks why his body is like that, and Moira responds, this is merely evolution. Stacking mutations over many generations has led to his perfect regal visage. Visage. Shota excitedly asks if Mori will fight in the upcoming insect wrestling tournament, but then Mori seems sad, probably from how much Shoko is freaking out constantly all the time, and says he thinks he should leave the house to not cause any more trouble. Shoto cries at this. We promised to always be family now. I hate you, he says, running out of the house. Mori left behind
finds one of Shota's journals.
Mori, left behind, finds one of Shota's journals and sees how much joy Shota had raising him and how excited he was for Mori to hatch as he remembers the promise to always be family. Cut to Shota at the insect wrestling tournament, but he sadly has no bug to enter. But wait! What the...
Is that an insectoid crown I see?
Is that an insectoid crown I see? It's Moriking flying in. A king never runs from a fight, and promises must always be kept. I think he's also carrying Shoka. I think.
No, she shows up separately.
Okay.
No, you're right. Yeah, Princess Carrie.
Yeah. Because there's like a lot of gags of like, is he my boyfriend? I don't know. Also, he's gross, but also... Somehow the teacher allows Moriking to enter the fight, and instantly all the other bugs rush Mori, but with a singular, because they like know he's a big deal, but with a singular pose and a flash of his brilliance, they understand he is the chosen king of the insects, and give up, literally writing, "We give up" into the dirt, which was one of the fucking funniest things in this manga. Mori then asks if he can rejoin the family, which Shota gladly accepts him, and Shoka remains confused and freaked out as she has been all chapter. What will happen next?
Oh boy. Okay. I can see why this is only 35 chapters long.
Okay, I'm just going to point blank you to ask you the question that I need to ask. Did you think this was funny?
Yes.
Okay, good. We're in agreement.
I think this falls into the realm for me of similarly what Yokai Buster Murakami did, where it's like, which I don't think is... for me anyway, this isn't as funny as that. But I still found it funny. I just don't think that this is the kind of thing that can live on.
You're me right now. You're saying it doesn't have legs.
Yeah. So
it's a bug. He's got
probably 35 chapters is probably a good run.
Honestly, yeah. Because we've had other comedies we did not like that we didn't think were funny. I know it's very much the like Manzai of like, here's a weird situation. Everybody's acting normal, and there was the one person actually freaking out. But like, the sister was funny. She had enough, like, the summary doesn't capture well because there's like a lot of like things that she's like trying to convince her. Like, there's a lot of running plot of like, oh, my girl pals were together. Like, we're supposed to get a boyfriend like this. It's like, is this him? There's just like, a lot of her dialogue was funny in the way she acted. The jumping out the window was really funny. Like, they have parents, but they're like not around for the entire time he's hatched. I guess they're at work or something. I don't know. It's like weird that they're not there, but it's not important.
One day.
You do see them. They exist.
Right, but that was before he changed.
Correct. But there's just like, there's something funny in the visual. She's jumping out the window where it's like he's running at this naked bugged man, and it's like, it's very strange. But in a way that it's like clear like the author knows that and is playing with it. This feels very fitting that the guy that localized Roboco and me, because this has Roboco
the whole
vibes.
Time I was reading it, I was going, this feels like Roboco. The main character, the boy Shota, is so similar to I forget his name.
My brain's going Tokyo
the
Trout
boy
Squad because that's what the hat he wears. Yeah,
in
Roboco.
Yeah. And I was just like, is this written by the same person?
It's localized by the same guy.
It is.
Roboco.
Very similar.
Roboco, I think the second,
feeling.
if not third, longest running series in Shonen Jump right now, next to One Piece, which is such a funny sentence.
Yeah.
Who knew? Honestly, again, I like Roboco. Most weeks, unless it's something like uber Japanese specific, it's consistently pretty funny and it makes me smile. And I'd say that's a similar vibe here. Like, this made me laugh and smile.
But I think the thing that Roboco does is that because of the setting, you can do so many more things with it, so it can be long running. Whereas this is like, okay, he's a big insect. How much can you do with that?
I don't know if I made this up, if I misheard this, or if it was true, but I could have sworn at some point in the past I saw somebody write that Moriking, that there are other insect people they have to fight. Okay. I don't know if that's true or not. I could have hallucinated that. It's very possible. But that was what was in my brain of he's going to have other comedy fights with other weird insect people. Mm-hmm. And it's that's funny. I like that. Brad, I know we've only gone a little ways into this arc. Honestly, I kind of want to reload this.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
We don't have to. We still have other things to read. We still have other things to read. I'm not set in stone because there's stuff that I don't know about. Because what? There's one we can't reload. There's one they literally cannot reload. Of the 5. Spoiler alert, there's 5. Technically, there's 6 with the Isekai, but there is 5. And
you don't want to reload the Isekai.
Oh, well, no. I'm not even counting that. We don't reload those.
Yeah. Maybe we will sometime.
Yeah. But yeah, there are 5 choices, but there are 4 choices because we can't reload the 5th one because we've both read it. I should stop making my case. I haven't read the manga. There's one manga I have not read yet of the set, so I'm going to slow my roll. But no, I was delighted. I don't we had not too long ago to us, we had Someone Hurts, which we found was supposed to be a comedy and was just not painfully unfunny, but just wasn't funny.
Yeah, I guess
because there's sometimes there's manga that's trying to be funny really hard and it's not funny. Usually the more absurdist gag stuff can be very and I don't know. I just was consistent. I knew that I was aware of it. Usually I didn't like it. I was I'm entertained. I'd follow this more. I don't know how much like you said. I don't know how much it's got legs, but I had a good time. I chuckled a bunch.
I would say I would be against reloading this one.
Okay.
Mostly because it's a gag manga.
Okay.
And
you're right.
There's no question. It's a gag manga.
What would happen? Yeah, even if it changed, it would still just be funny things, and our summary would still be taking a lot of what the spirit was. So, what would our I guess that's the thing. That's the thing with the reload conversation. I guess here you can hear this here, listeners. It's not always just what would I want to see more, but it's what needs more to confirm what it is.
Right. So, yeah, that's
okay.
I would say no to this one, which leaves us with
3.
Really 2.
Oh, what are you taking
other
out?
Ones.
Beep this. You got to beep these.
I would say we wouldn't reload.
Oh, I already talked about it. No.
Right. And so the only other 2 are.
What about Bone Collection?
Bone Collection, I feel is not reload worthy either.
Okay, that's fine. So yeah, we have a toss up of 2 then. If you don't want it, yeah, okay. General thoughts, story, art's fun. I wish Moriking had a slightly more buggy design, but by and large he's just supposed to be a funny guy. He's just a man.
And I think a big part of the comedy comes from the fact that he's an what is it, Ikemen? Yeah.
What is that?
Is it a good looking
guy?
Okay.
Yeah, he's got abs. Yeah, he's a classical handsome boy.
Yeah.
But it's fine. The gags work. The reactions work. The tiny little rhinoceros beetles drawing "I quit into the sand with a stick" was a really good. The fact that you can see him holding the stick drawing it is really funny.
I think that's so.
And all the bugs coming together to herald the birth of him.
Yeah. Overall, I would say I think I had at least one laugh a page.
Yeah.
Maybe
If
maybe
there was
a little
joke.
less than that.
Yeah.
But just like thinking about overall, it was probably close to that, which I think for a gag manga is a good sign.
Yes.
If I think about Super
Slice
Psychic
of
Policeman Shoujo,
I know you always go back
there
to
were
that one.
there were parts in it that I thought were funny, but overall it was multiple pages between.
It tried to
me
do more
laughing.
story than gags, and
Yeah.
that's why it didn't do either of them well enough to warrant,
And
in your mind, in your opinion. Yes.
Nice Prison was trying. It was trying to get a laugh every page.
But that one's a different. I feel like they're both gag manga, but Nice Prison is a different flavor. Maybe just because it's so specifically Bobobo. It's like absurd things are happening, but I would call Nice Prison is like an absurdist gag manga.
Yeah.
Even though absurd things are happening in this, it's like even more. Like reality bends a lot more for everybody,
right?
In a Nice Prison or a Bobobo more than
and I think
a
Nice
Super
Prison,
Psychic Policeman Shoujo or a Roboco or a Moriking,
Yeah.
or a Murakami.
Nice Prison didn't do it for me,
Yeah,
but I definitely saw how it could do it for other people.
it clearly didn't. It got canceled
In the
very
same
shortly.
way that Yokai Buster Murakami did it for me,
Yeah.
and it didn't do it for other people.
Yeah,
So I think there's a lot of like personal, what you personally find funny going on with a lot of these.
that's the thing of the humor is so subjective to the person, and we are also getting it in these cases through the lens of it has to be localized, and one of the hardest things to localize is jokes and comedy, because so much of it is based on cultural knowledge or like language and wordplay, which is like in a singular joke is really difficult.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing we always talk about localization of like, I mean, at least the information I have of something like a video game that's supposed to be funny, it's like you have, even if individual line you can't get, you have the whole game that you can put comedy somewhere. You can buff up the comedy one spot that was kind of middling in the original language because you miss something somewhere else.
Right.
But if it's something that's like load bearing, because like a gag manga is all about that, things can turn sideways. Again, I come back to is someone hurts funny in Japanese? And the answer is I have no idea. Because it feels so tepid here, and it's like I don't want to blame that on the localizer, because it's like it's so consistently tepid,
Right.
in a way that doesn't seem specific. And also, we said the localizer is what's his name, who's really good at this.
Paul Star.
No, Paul Star didn't localize Someone Hurts.
Someone hurts. Was
The guy who did on Dead on Luck.
yeah.
The guy
David
who
Evelyn.
who's done other things that are funny. Did he do Murakami? I don't remember. That was before we checked that.
Yes,
he's
I
good.
believe
He's
that's-
good at being.
yeah.
He's a great localizer. He has a lot of flavor. Like he's good at it. So
Right.
that's why I'm definitely going. I think this is just what it is. So yeah.
Maybe David Evelyn's the person we get next for Anime Podcast Speed Date.
I'd be so excited.
What if that already came out?
Oh my goodness, early Christmas present. More of, less of.
Oh,
Or I guess because I said my weird hazy thought. Where do you think it goes? Is it just like a slice of like a comedy slice of life where he helps out in weird ways? Like, will the sister always be shocked? Will the sister get a boyfriend in this run of 35 chapters?
I
Or
feel
attempt
like
to?
the way it needs to go is like, okay, eventually I have to go back to the forest and rule over all the insects, but until then I need to like get better at the world. I need to see more things. So I'm going to stay with you, and we're going to go out and we're going to do things, and I'm going to see things, and I'm going to grow as a ruler. And then the comedy would come out of being in
silly situations that come out of
yeah.
them going out and about and seeing things, and his power over animals or whatever. I mean, yeah, like that's always the thing with predicting gag manga of like, is this going to be? It's probably not going to be contiguous. It's going to be very like, this week's episode we're doing this funny thing.
Do you think
We get
it'll
Roboco like this is very Roboco coded.
Do you think it'll have an arc where he becomes an idol?
It could. I want to see one where he plays like let's pitch those ideas. That'll be fun. I want to see one where he intentionally or unintentionally plays wingman for the sister to get a boyfriend. And obviously it's not going to work because she's insane. But
and it won't work because all the boys will be intimidated by him.
yeah, or
and
they'll
run off.
all think that he's already her boyfriend. 100% that's happening at some point.
Yeah. What else? So they have to go to school, and he'll try to go to school with them, and he'll be sitting in
like a tiny seat.
Yeah, in the elementary school, basically. And then I bet the teacher will be like, "Oh my god, who's that?"
Yeah. Well, the other teacher's just like, "Yeah, sure." What? Like, she's like weirdly chill with this like strange man showing up to take place in an insect fight. And it's like, "Oh, you're children. I guess what makes you happy." Will the boy get bullied, and Moriking will deal with the bully with too much intensity and force because he's a king?
That's a good question.
And the kid will be like, "No, it's not that bad."
I feel like the kid Shota is probably not being bullied overall. It seems like he's got friends that care about him.
That doesn't mean he wouldn't get bullied.
Yeah.
That's what the story needs. It's
Maybe
the structures. But he's nice. I like them. Like the parents are the one little bit we saw of them. But yeah.
Do you think we'll have a Gochi Gorilla character?
Oh, like he has his friend. I mean, this is already very robo-coded, so I would say he'll have a similar.
Because we didn't meet any of his friends.
A friend trio. I love a friend trio.
Like there were people that were like, "Oh, hey, cool, yeah," but like, not necessarily like they didn't have enough of a design
yeah,
for us to go, "Oh, they're gonna come back."
You're Gochi Gorilla. You're gonna come back, Ook. I'm so Ook and happy you came back. It's so weird that the anime got me into Roboco, and now I've just been reading it so long that I just forgot about the Roboco anime until this exact moment. Because I've just been so swapped over to the manga.
You were so hyped on that. We had to watch at least one.
Yes,
every
I needed a bump.
Time.
I needed a bump, but now I'm just sort of settled the manga. The manga's still really good. It feels better when it's not coming at me at like Mach 1, even though it was still really fun coming at. I'd be curious to go back to it now that I've like settled in on what Roboco is. I'd be curious. Brad, how do you feel about this manga? What's your obs and your sobs?
So I'm gonna say that objectively, taking everything into consideration, when it came out, who it came out, what it came out,
why it came out, where it came out. Did you already do where? Who it came out.
I think this is great.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. See, this is the weirdness of this now that we get into, is that it's like, is a manga great if it does the thing it's supposed to do? Like, I think a gag manga has a ceiling on its level of quality compared to other manga types.
Yes, which is, and I think you need to
it's like
shift the bar a little bit to keep to.
Okay, that was what I wanted to talk about, because it's like if I don't have that, if I go, this is a gag manga, it has its ceiling and it's getting near that ceiling. Like I guess I would objectively call this great. I think it made me laugh. It set up a situation. It made me go, I'd be curious what happens next. Like
I think
job.
If your ceiling is Roboco, if Roboco is
just not like that's a top rated one, but like I don't know what a gag manga ceiling is, but I think it's just lower because it's like I love laughing. Mm-hmm. I think listeners, you probably already know this. I cackle a lot. I love to laugh. I just love laughing in general. I think it's important to humanity to laugh.
Live, laugh, love.
Live, laugh, 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 laugh. Lol. So like I don't want to come down like it's just a gag manga, but like it has its one specific job and it needs to do it well. And if it's not doing that, and it could do other things, but it's like it's never going to be as like moving emotionally in the other veins as anything else can be.
And that's basically
not bad because that's what it's made for.
That's what I'm getting at, is that this is doing the thing it's supposed to be doing pretty freaking well.
Yeah, I would say
not the best.
Objectively. It's a gag manga and I'm measuring on that scale, it's great. If I'm measuring it against the grand scale, it's good.
Yeah.
And I would say my feelings match that, because I had a pretty great time with this. I had fun. I read it. I smiled. I laughed. Even when I was going over the summary to do it a second time, I still was like, I mean, you can tell when the summary where I have to stop and tell a joke that I really liked and not just blaze over them usually means I had a good time. And
so, I mean, to that end, well, I should say, like, my objective thoughts on it gets a handicap. For what it is.
Yeah.
My personal feelings on it, there's no handicap on my personal feelings.
Correct.
Personally, I'm going with good.
I respect
my feelings on that.
Yes.
This is the kind of thing where if I was reading it as it was coming out, I would definitely read it week to week.
Yes, this feels like a really good week to week read.
As it currently exists, I will probably read it at some point, but I don't know what at right now, and this is more just my personal thing, I don't know what it's going to take me to get into starting to read the rest of it.
Yeah. I'm getting the sensation, and I think that's just by virtue of the fact that these are flopped, quote unquote, flopped manga, quote unquote, of this is going to be the hell or a tall mountain. I don't think any of these are going to be heaven, because if they were, they'd still be alive and doing incredible things.
Potentially, yeah.
So, but the idea was, I just liked heaven and hell, because some of it was supposed to be here's some really bad stuff and good stuff. We wanted to do it from jump. But I wanted it to all be measured on that these things only had a shorter run.
Yeah. And so I think that Murakami...
we had a different name. I had a different name for it at some point, but I just like Heaven and Hell because I like DMC, the Devil May Cry stuff, and that's what that stuff's called. I'm a sucker for it, so... I
feel like Murakami was cut short. I think Murakami could have gone longer. I don't think Murakami could have been 150
No,
chapters.
I don't think... I would say... I was about to say I don't think any gag manga can, but like I said, Roboco's like the second, third longest running thing in the magazine.
To have a long-running gag manga, you have to have such a generic setup that it can go and do so many different things.
The characters have to be the pieces.
This has a very specific setup.
Gimmick.
Murakami has a very specific setup. And so it doesn't have those kind of legs. That doesn't mean it's bad. It's just it can't keep going on.
You know why it's not as good as Roboco? It's just his knees aren't as good.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
They put too much stat points into his abs, and they forgot about his knees.
Should have put in his knees. This is
that said,
Moriking L.
The way this reads to me, I feel like this probably could have been 70, 80 chapters.
Yeah.
But I don't know what happened to have it.
It comes down to the cast and the way it plays with it.
Yeah.
That's what made Roboco works, is that we're going to follow this character. We're doing this thing. Like, it's weird cast of characters that has grown, the stories it can tell. Like, how good of a setup is it to tell funny other stories?
Right.
Would you buy?
I mean, I don't think that I would buy this physically.
Yep.
I'm obviously already paying for it. It's on Viz.
Shonen no Jump app.
If I had to pay money to read this digitally, I probably would when I get around to reading it.
Okay.
But that is highly dependent on how much the individual chapters would cost.
Yes.
If it was a question of buying a volume of it digitally, I'd probably pay $5 or $6 for this.
For the volume?
For one volume.
Okay. I don't think I'd buy it. I don't think this is something I'd keep around. And as much as it'd be like, that's the glass ceiling of comedy.
Yeah.
I can laugh at something else. There's nothing like specifically compelling of, I'm dying to know what next.
Yeah.
Like what happens next. Like it'll make me laugh. And that's great. But somewhere else can do that too. So I feel bad saying that, but like that's my position. I'm gonna hopefully read more of this. I think I'm gonna see if I can add this to like I read one chapter every week when I read all the Jump chapters.
And we'll that would be the way to do it.
Yeah. We do not need a high noon. Our guns have been put away for a while.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. They're gaining strength. Brad?
We're going to end up murdering each other.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Brad, do a bug pun that I'll come up to a second. Make like a tree and do the outro. Make like a tree and be a cicada on the tree and then buzz really loudly and then leave a creepy shell on it. And then when you crush it, it comes back the next day because we're in bug ego.
There's nothing
here. It's fine. Brad, it's okay.
Let it go.
There's enough. Gachi Akuta was enough for 3 episodes.
Can't hold it back anymore. Well, as always, we need to thank Sugoi Mart for partnering with us. Sugoi Mart's a retailer of Japanese snacks, drinks, toys, and merch. All kinds of cool stuff you can't get outside Japan. Click the link in the description or use code APR15 at checkout to get 15% off your first order. We want to hear from you, so go on our website, animepodcasterreincarnation.com, and click on the social links link, which will take you to a page where you can find all of our social links. Amazing. There you can find links for all of our different social media, and especially our Discord, which is the best place to come hang out and chat with us. You can also find a link up there to our Patreon, where our supporters get to vote on various things that we cover, as well as bonus episodes and getting the high-quality stereo version of the podcast early. And, of course, we have to shout out our patrons. So, first and foremost, at our noble tier, we have our marquee, Sir Cake Dwarf.
No, the episode happened. I'm gonna wait on it. I gotta wait. I gotta know.
No, this one comes out first.
It does?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, you're right. I hate this. Say it again.
So,
You
first and
you don't have to use
foremost,
that take. You just gotta say, I just need to lead in.
we've got our marquee, Sir Cake Dwarf.
Ba, 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 ba.
Also at our noble tier, we have our Count Imaginary Numeral.
Do, 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 do.
And last, and certainly not least, at our commoner tier, we've got Last Man on Earth, Laura Carroll, and Rena. So thank you so much to all of our patrons.
Thank you, Brad, for that. Thank you to all of our patrons. Thank you to everybody for listening. Make sure you listen to all of the podcasts on our feed. And I'm going to say a special message to our insect listeners out there. I apologize. My insect language is not very good. So pardon me if I'm a little off on this. So is he king of the forest or king of the world? Or he's not king of the bugs or king of the beasts. He's king of the forest, isn't he?
That's what it says, King of the Forest.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah. I was just saying what is it? On today's episode, he is king of the forest. This is Moriking. Aggressive shrugging. I don't know.
Does the King of the Forest in Ranking of Kings do anything fun?
I don't remember at this point. It's been a while.
I mean, they do something fun. They have that whole thing where all the animals
they kind of eat all
dance
their
off,
spirits.
and it's fucking weird.
Move over, Bambi. He's the real king of the forest. It's Moriking. Well, I mean, yeah, I'll do that. Or he's going to be the king of the forest. Is the idea? The forest. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah. We're only at 30 minutes right now.
That's fine. I don't care. Sometimes that's what an episode is. That's what happens when we cover a gag manga.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm hungry.
I'm just gonna find
bug sounds. Oh, please do.
And just put that in there.
No, that's way funnier. That's way funnier. Well, it's just straight up bug sounds.
I'll still put that in the beeps, though.
Oh yeah, go for it. Yeah. Don't waste it. But that is a much funnier realization of that joke. It's like I'm gonna talk to the dolphins and then you play dolphin.wave, that one sound that everybody thinks is really funny.